What exactly do you mean by mental self-defense?
Now there's finally a DVD that shows you how to use one of the most powerful techniques ever devised for combating clinical depression and stress in everyday life. Dr. Anderson explains a simple, practical tool to help you develop a more positive mood, a more calm, relaxed state of mind, and the ability to stay that way in spite of life's challenges.
Yes, good.
In the course of this program, Dr. Anderson uses examples from his own life as well as the lives of others to teach you how to make positive changes in your most important resource, your mind.
Can you really change someone's beliefs?
Information changes people's beliefs. There are historical examples that can be helpful to people. For instance, just in terms of people feeling hopeless and people feeling like they can never conquer difficult problems, there's the example, for instance, in history of Harriet Tubman. Because if you don't have that belief at all, then it's almost like having a solution that's inside a house, but there's no door to help you get in the house. So if you believe that you can't possibly accomplish it, then the house has no door. So you have to have an open mind in order to have an open door. The idea, my life is over, is an example of something that I call polarized thinking. Some cognitive therapy experts call this all or nothing thinking. I call it polarized thinking because it reminds me a little bit of a person thinking of only the North Pole or only the South Pole and missing the whole world in between. In this case, the person's thinking, if I have a relationship, I have life. And if I don't have a relationship, my life's over. But they may be completely missing the fact that their life also consists of their children. It may consist of their job, their family, their hobbies, a religious faith, or other important organizations they belong to or that they want to belong to. Now, in some cases, a good therapist has to use cognitive therapy principles to help people develop those parts of their lives, but that's possible too. But recognizing that everything isn't all good or all bad is something that people really need to learn to do. Recognize that this is an example of polarized thinking. You can actually see, or if you really start to think about it, you can recognize that life doesn't end for everybody who has a divorce. Life doesn't end for everybody who has a relationship breakup. One way of being creative about developing a mental self-defense statement is to just ask yourself, what would I tell a friend if I had a friend who was discouraged about a situation? There are also many stories of people who have persisted and kept looking for more effective, more scientific, and more practical ways of losing weight, and who were finally, through persistence, able to find a way that worked for them. Mental self-defense can help a lot with self-esteem problems. But one of the most important principles that people have to learn is to avoid the problem of identifying too much with just one part of your life. It's like identifying all your value as a person with just your job. Almost as if your roof were in need of repairs, you said that your whole house was a dump. A good example in Tai Chi Chuan would be, let's say someone grabs your wrist and you think, oh my God, he's got me because he's big and strong. If instead, you recognize my wrist is only a part of me, there's a lot more to me than just my wrist, then you can use your elbow, your shoulder, your hips, your whole body and neutralize the attack. And it gives you a much better likelihood of actually avoiding injury. And in the same way, we need to recognize that there's more to us than just the role that we play in our job, or the role we play as a wife, or the role we play as a husband. There are many aspects to us as people, and we need to remember that. Covering a wide variety of everyday problems ranging from divorce to road rage, and using charts you can download, this program shows in detail how to change your thought processes so that they work to defend your mind, just as physical self-defense protects your body. To get this DVD for your private use, check out our online store at DaleJAndersonMD.com.